tour, right? Yeah. Okay. My name's Brennan Rigler. I'm a florist of 23 years. I originally came from Albuquerque, New Mexico. About a year and a half, I moved up to Arizona to buy the Arizona Family Florist, which includes, and you'll learn about our divisions here in a little bit, the flower market, and Lux Florist and AZ Florist. So I do still have that operation in New Mexico. We run them as multi-state now, but I remote into there. So I do live here, and I have relocated. And my daughter Alexis, wherever she is, she moved out here to help me run the business and be involved with that, which is really, really awesome. Brent is Brent Denham. Brent, he built this place. He is part of the family that I bought the business from. He opted to stay on with me and help me build the brand and help to expand this operation. So I'm going to turn it over to him. He's going to give you a little bit of a history. We had to turn the ACs off so we could talk to you guys. We'll turn them on just as soon as we finish, and it'll be pretty fast. And then after he finishes talking about kind of the history of the company, I'll come on and tell you how we're going to break up into groups and do the tour.
So in 2005, both my brother, Brad Denham, his wife, Cheryl Denham, and myself started this operation. So originally the brand was Arizona Family Florist. We were a high volume retail. We make high volume orders in retail. So that was our original brand with AZ Florist. Our model was we had 2 design centers. It was a hub and spoke model. It was 2 design centers, and I think we had 6 retail stores at the time. In 2008, after the recession hit, we got crushed like everybody else, and we decided that it was time to change our model up and consolidate down to one larger facility. Right now, we're currently operating out of 22,000 square feet. This cooler alone is roughly 5,000 square feet of cooler, and within these walls, we operate several different brands that we built from the ground up. So Arizona Florist, like I said, was our original retail florist, so we still make retail orders and daily deliveries. On average, we're about 250 to 350 orders a day. There were times during the height of when we were doing anywhere from upwards of 500 to 800 orders a day out of this location. Our biggest our biggest holidays are typically, obviously, Mother's Day. We're good for about 10 to 12,000 deliveries that week, and we can push about 1,500 to 2,000 retail deliveries a day out of this cooler, and you'll see all that when we walk through. So, but obviously, it's all scaled to model. So, our brand Lux was in 2011. I'm sorry if I'm not 2011. So we started Lux. It's all high-end weddings and events. We won, I think, in 2012. We won Market of the Year for SAF for that brand. In 2016, our volume, the amount of product that we were buying direct with farms and the glass companies and things like that, we decided that we didn't have enough work, so we were going to open up wholesale to public. And originally, we created wholesale to public, and then we found the need over time that we would actually then turn around and end up doing wholesale with the trade. So we do offer public the chance to buy bulk product, and then we also have our wholesale department over there that we have our wholesale customers, which obviously there's different pricing structures and models and things like that. But everything you'll see in the cooler today is going to be retail pricing.
We are going to go to our design center first. I manage our design center and our flower market, and I purchase all the markets for the company. So that's my background here. If you're going to come this way,
Thank you.
still coming more. All right. So this is our design center. This is where we produce all our arrangements and stuff. We do about 200 to 250 deliveries a day on a non-holiday. We're open 7 days a week, deliver 7 days a week. And I'm going to turn it over to Linda. She's actually one of our other managers here, and she'll go through a quick briefing on what we do in here.
Hi guys. So our day typically is over about now. You can tell there's not many people here. We take same-day deliveries until 1 o'clock, so we're wrapping up our day right now. Today we did 266 deliveries, so it's Good Friday. It's typically Friday's our busiest day. We use the mass system. It dials up every 5 minutes into the systems. It grabs all new telefloor orders, FTD orders, our website orders. Someone processes them, and then they print out. We have different printers depending on the same day, next day. All of our orders print out with a recipe on the bottom, so it tells the girls exactly what flower, what color, how many stems, and they fill the recipes. They're color-coded by delivery area. They have a code on them. If you come into our cooler, this is our daily delivery cooler. Our girls pull their product from underneath, the extra product stored up top. Our cooler is broken down into these colored areas, which matches our delivery area. We deliver to basically the whole valley here, which is about a 40 mile radius. So in all directions, so we deliver pretty far. So our different zones make a big difference. On the holidays, we break them down even further into the ABCs. That's why those are there. We have a lot of recipes that we sell every day over and over and over again. So all these things on these shelves are typically packed at the end of the week, so we try and die down so that we can restart on Monday. But we have a team that just constantly makes the same arrangements over and over and over again. We have worked with a farm that makes them, bouquet-wise for us already. So the girls, they're about 99% done. Every now and then, like they don't have tulips or something like that the girls just have to add, but they basically chop them and drop them. Our production, we call them taggables because the girls just come in with orders and then add the balloons, add the chocolate, give it one last poly check, tag it, and goes out the door. We do probably about 75% taggables. So that's, yeah. Luckily, I mean, that's how we get through the day. Yeah, that's definitely how we get through the day, without a doubt. That's about it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're going to move on to our next department. We're going to go back out. We're going to go to our Lux department. They do consultations and stuff in here. So different, right? All right. So this is Kimber. She works in our Lux department.
Hey, Kimber.
I am going to let her take over from this point.
Well, thanks so much for visiting us. We're excited to have all of you. And yeah, where we're standing right now is the design space actually for all of the weddings and events that we do. We do have a little consultation room in this space too, where Cynthia, who is our salesperson, I don't know if you've met her just yet, but she kind of starts the process for us. She meets with the clients and the wedding planners and creates a proposal that's all web-based. We use a software called Details that really helps create that pricing system and organizes the event. And then it kind of gets handed off to me and I create the recipes and do the ordering and take payments and schedule the actual staffing for the event. And then in about 30 days, it gets handed over to our hard goods manager, who really has a masterful way of organizing all of this. Because sometimes we'll have up to 7 in one weekend. And so you know how all vases and roses start looking the same? When you have 7, it's good to keep them very organized. Then the week of, we have a whole system of processing, opening the floral, letting it get to its perfect spot as far as being open, then we throw it back in the cooler, and then the whole process of design takes place that week. We are a little bit different in the sense that we do most of our design in-house. Because of the vehicles, we're able to take it on site that way. A lot of places, other climates can do more design on site than we can, but here it's like you have to be able to just set it out. You can't really expose it to the temperature as much. For arches and big arbors and stuff, of course, we do that on site. But I'm not sure if you guys have had a chance to ever use Details though, but it's really, really, we're not like getting bumped for this, but I would definitely recommend taking a look at it. it has really streamlined our whole process, and I think has led to us being as efficient as we are, because we're really only a group of about 5, and we do definitely pull in freelancers and stuff on site, and we love having our sister companies here that we can pull from, but it has really done wonders for us. And also another little trick that we love to do is utilizing a spreadsheet from Excel that just puts all of your recipes for hard goods on one page and floral on the other. So I can go to a $25,000 event with these 2 pieces of paper and know where everything goes. And that's really a good time savings, as well as it empowers whoever the lead is on site to kind of knock that out.
Yeah. What would you say your average price is on weddings? Like how large weddings?
Yeah, that's I don't know if I could. We have a minimum of $6,500, and I would say our average is probably closer to like 16 to 17.
So yeah, definitely a lot of organization that goes with that.
Yeah,
Not just space boxes in the back of the delivery van.
no, we have like 26-foot box reefer unit trucks with lift gates, and we need men to move our stuff. I think we're almost like edging an event company because of the arbors out there are ours, the plant wall is ours. We like to staff our events. Let's say it's a $25,000 event with like a triple arch with chandeliers, and in our climate too, a lot of times they'll do a flip of the lawn. So they'll do ceremony and dinner at the same location. So we have to stay on site to have 30, 45 minutes to do the flip of the lawn to dinner. And so like we need electricians to help us like hang the lighting and do that sort of thing. So I would say a lot of our price point is the service we provide too. We're there at the end of the night and collect everything too. So there's a strike fee, there's a lot of things as far as that goes.
Is there, so if someone comes in and they tell you, I need 10 bouquets and it's not going to be $6,500, do they go to the other side and buy? And
Basically,
okay.
yes. We do have a process of help, like, of course we're not going to turn anybody away, but we're going to let them know what brand suits them the best, and then they can make the decision depending on their needs, their budget. Yeah.
What did you say your minimum was?
65.
6,500.
Yes.
When you guys are hiring freelance designers for these different events, do you guys what would be a good ballpark range that you pay them?
That's a really tough question.
Yeah.
I would say that the majority of people do not leave their house as a freelancer for less than $25 an hour.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Right.
But, that's not
Well, that's just like a standard these days almost.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I look at freelancers as a bonus because you're not holding them during the summer, because that's a luxury that we actually have here, is that we can keep our core members during the summer too, which is really nice. Always have our own, because unfortunately I know some of the, or you.
Yeah. So I actually just gave you guys Cynthia's business card.
Hi, I'm Angelina. Nice to meet you guys. Are you guys enjoying SAF?
Yes.
All right. I don't know what Sarah
I
told you
didn't
about
say
the market.
anything.
Good.
I just
don't
want our
say
market open to the public. Nobody does what we do.
Yeah. All right. So this is, I consider it the heart of our business, because if the customers aren't happy, none of really anything matters. So we have a couple different avenues of how we do that. The first one is our cash and carry cooler in the back here. We keep about 20 or so unique designs in there between bases and wrapped arrangements. That way when you rush in and you need something right away, there should be something for everyone's style. Next we have our walk-in cooler that's open for the retail public. Everything is sold in bulk by the bunches, and we've got a really good variety between greens and cut stems. We kind of rotate it too, so our regulars always have something really interesting to look at and get excited about. Our best feature, I think, is our DIY table. So all of these ones, we can set customers up with tools, water, we can give them funerals, weddings.
camp out here all day, and that way we can kind of assist them and they can learn with us. And then we've got a new feature behind Sarah. We just got this nice little photo area for our own arrangements or for customer arrangements if they want to. And Brentley, who I think a lot of you already met, he has a YouTube channel now that we forced him to do, and he designs some really unique arrangements. So if you haven't already, check us out on YouTube, check us out on Instagram. They're always posting really unique designs.
If you guys want to scan the barcodes, that's all.
Must be a promo. But yeah, so we've got all of those things that way, no matter what the customer is looking for, they can leave here happy and something to definitely fit their use.
So our wholesale division, obviously we serve to everyday florists and wedding event and event florists as well. We carry plants, hard goods, and of course flowers. And we're actually the only shop here in Arizona that does all three in one location. So it's a great little one-stop shop for everybody to come. On an everyday basis, we do take orders same day. Of course, we do pre-books as well for any events. During that process, we actually have our drivers that also help pick and pull our orders and package them correctly. Then, of course, they go out on their everyday deliveries and service all the florists here in the valley. We use Comet for our order processing system, so I do a lot of that, but Allie is the one that knows everything about it, so she's going to touch on that.
Is anyone here familiar with Comet? All right, perfect. No? Okay, perfect. That's great.
Okay, you're going to learn about it.
So, bare bones explanation, Comet is pretty much a system that brokers and other wholesalers or farms utilize to sell to wholesalers like us so that we can provide product to our florist customer base, right? So our buyers, they're not here today, but our buyers do their procurement out of the Comet system. That way when we receive shipments, everything's here, you know, everything that Alexis and Crystal input for pre-books can be sorted and sent out, things like that. But what I do specifically is ensure that all the data on the back end is input correctly for all of our vendors, all of our carriers, all of our customers, things like that, to ensure that the system is operating smoothly. We do have a second location over in Albuquerque that we're training to also utilize Comet to 100% of its capacity. So basically our company is the blueprint. Whatever we decide to implement here, we try to recreate over in Albuquerque. And once we finish our beta testing with Albuquerque and we go on to expand to other locations, hopefully, you know, everyone is on the same page, all our buying is centralized, all our pricing is universalized, and things like that.
So of course our buyers aren't here. They come in very early in the morning. They start at 5 a.m. so they're out by this time during the day. But I just kind of wanted to touch on them. I'm not here to speak for them because they do so much. They do this, obviously. They're the start of it all. We wouldn't have flowers without our buyers, but they purchase from over 200 farms around the world, and we have a huge buying power having them around. So they help us even get last minute products for orders that people need. Do you guys have any more questions at all?
We're going to end up with a big cooler, but we have two coolers. This is our wholesale cooler and our will comp cooler. So anybody who is replacing flowers like bulk wise, that's retail, we store it in here so that way when they come in it's ready to go. All of our wholesale product goes in here also. It keeps it separated so that way the designers aren't touching it or taking it or whatever the case would be. And it goes all the way down to the end. You guys are welcome to hop in and check it out. So this is Mia.
Hi guys,
It's all yours.
and this is Maggie. She's our wholesale driver.
Maggie's everywhere.
Yeah,
all
she's
around.
washing buckets.
All around, girl.
So basically, this is our warehouse, all the way to the back. Maggie is also our wholesale driver, so she always chips in and washes buckets for us, and fills them up with our flower food. wash it up like it's amazing. Okay.
It's an oversized dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody gets amazed with that. It takes time.
Well, we have an electric scrubber, bucket scrubber thing, but that's way better
Right?
than me doing this all day.
Or they want water, we will put their flowers in buckets of water, and we'll tag the bucket according to what area they go to. Also the same thing with the boxes, we wrap them up, we put paper in there, and we wrap them up real nice. Then we bind them to keep the flowers, you know, locked in there. And we stack them on our cart, and we load them into our vans, and we're off. Pretty
They
good
also know how to
pretty easy
route
process,
themselves too,
yes.
so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But you're
Pretty
just
fun.
processing for wholesale here, and design does their own
Yes, they're doing
processing,
their
and
own.
wedding does their own processing.
No,
We do all the
So
road
Mia
processing.
manages all that process,
Okay.
but
Yes.
we could step over
Yeah,
there.
come on. We'll show you everything.
So they
Nice
do all the
meeting you.
wholesale stuff over on this section. So when she's done wholesale, she'll jump in and help over there. So all of our staff is trained to help every department. And we have Steve. Steve also is in a lot of the departments.
So this is our processing area. We got 2 tables. We've done a lot of remodeling here and changing around, so we're getting smaller and smaller back here. So what we do, you know, like everybody else, we're really big on quality control. And then we just grab it and we just process our flowers. So we do this all day. And then we have a certain amount that we put in. So I like to put 6 of buttons, right? And we also have our, for the guys, sometimes we get, you know, people to come help us with the cheat sheet. And then once we're done with the cart, we take it in and we load it up. So this is where we all begin, is our processing area. We also get our trucks here. And I'll show you how we receive it in here. So like cooler.
Before you go in, can we just finish back here? Because after we're done in,
Oh,
we're
you're
going to
gonna
go
do all
that
this,
way.
huh?
Yeah, so back here is actually the rest of the mess. But the rest of Luck's department, that room isn't big enough for all their stuff, so they store a lot of their stuff back here now. All this top, all of the, I don't know, whatever you want to call the boxes and stuff, it's display stuff that they use to build arches and everything. They also have a lot of stuff going up this walkway for their weddings and stuff. Yeah.
We get 3 trucks. We get 3 trucks from Miami and 2, 3 from California and 2 from Miami. Bye, Mimo, be careful. Whatever. So, this is the longest. It's like a holiday for me. We've been working so hard. So, our trucks come in. We break it down and we shelf it out. We also do by rotation with color code. We do our own. So green was on Tuesday. Your pink was before. So it's almost 2 weeks old. Which means, so when the guys come in here to pull orange, starting with orange and then green, these guys need to start processing anything that's pink because we're coming into pink the following week. So they know that okay, this is going to go on like a week and a half, going on 2. They have to process everything. And then we overstock everything if it doesn't fit in the market. And if it doesn't go into the design center, then it goes on overstock. So this really helps out on our rotation. Anything that comes out on Sunday, this is my Tuesday truck, which should have been my Thursday truck, this will get dropped down. So when Sunday comes and we unload it, it's going to go on the top shelf up here. So this helps out a lot. Yeah, we have an electric forklift for all the public, and even you get people that own flower shops like yourself. The trade comes in here as well. The wholesalers will come in over here. Your customers.
what it is?